Drugs have been part of human life since the dawn of civilization. Humans have always sought meaning, why we struggle, what makes life worthwhile, and the sources of love and pleasure. People have turned to substances for temporary escape, insight, or mental and spiritual purification. Today, drugs are mass-produced, legal or illegal, often designed for profit rather than insight. Diluted, cut, and marketed, they are widely stigmatized, and even responsible users face judgment. Historically, though, drugs inspired thinkers, artists, and spiritual leaders, shaping ideas that still influence culture and philosophy. In many, many ways, all of us are indebted to indigenous peoples and their traditions and their knowledge when we are interested in these medicines. Beatrice Kaibi Labate, Ph.D. Human use of psychoactive substances goes back thousands of years. The Chinese cultivated potent cannabis. Zoroastrian and Hindu sages used soma to access deep insights. Greeks used substances during Dionysian festivals. Opium, mushrooms, and early psychedelics were used by philosophers, scientists, and artists to expand consciousness. So, why has perception changed? How did society go from responsible, insightful use to widespread fear and misunderstanding? Despite advances, society is worse at safely exploring altered states. It isn't just about pleasure or escape. Drugs relieve the weight of the future, reduce shame about the past, and allow temporary freedom from life's pressures. Misused, they can lead to addiction, but historically, they were used to gain clarity and insight. Purification has always been central. Life piles up work, family, relationships, and social pressures. People suppress their true selves to cope. Drugs, when used responsibly, strip away distractions and allow us to see life clearly. With psychedelics, if you're fortunate and break through, you understand what is truly of value in life. Material, power, dominance, and territory have no value. People wouldn't fight wars. People would become peaceful, loving citizens, not robots marching around in the dark. Gary Fisher, from alcohol and marijuana to LSD, psilocybin, and DMT, substances historically helped humans focus on what matters, remove distractions, and gain insight. LSD is a catalyst or amplifier of mental processes. If properly used, it could become something like the microscope or telescope of psychiatry. Stanislav Grof, MD. Modern society has largely replaced these practices with hate toward outsiders, rival groups, or minority communities. Media, advertising, and politics manipulate these emotions while altered states are demonized or trivialized. Part of what psychedelics do is they decondition you from cultural values. Since all culture is a kind of con game, the most dangerous candy you can hand out is one which causes people to start questioning the rules of the game. Terence McKenna, purification and rites of passage were historically essential to human development. Growing up now is often about economic productivity rather than personal growth. Life lived in the absence of the psychedelic experience that primordial shamanism is based on is life trivialized, life denied, life enslaved to the ego. Terence McKenna used responsibly, drugs awaken clarity, insight, and motivation. They help shed hypocrisy, emotional baggage, and destructive habits. With guidance, they can bring healing, closure, and understanding. It's a very salutary thing to realize that the rather dull universe in which most of us spend most of our time is not the only universe there is. I think it's healthy that people should have this experience. Aldous Huxley's substances themselves are not harmful, corrupted systems are. Society turned these tools into profit-driven pleasure machines. True growth comes from using them to confront ourselves, gain perspective, and live authentically. Psychedelics are illegal not because a loving government is concerned that you may jump out of a third-story window. Psychedelics are illegal because they dissolve opinion structures and culturally laid down models of behavior and information processing. They open you up to the possibility that everything you know is wrong. Terence McKenna, everyone wants self-understanding and authenticity. Drugs, philosophy, and reflection are tools for clarity. There is no single path. What matters is finding a way to see past expectations, societal pressures, and past mistakes to discover your true self. What is your path? What is your philosophy?